began, and that would be the big Canelo Alvarez fight, a TKO victory after 8 rounds against Billy Joe Saunders at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium in Texas. So that was the largest gathering. I think there was 73,000 plus at that stadium. So as we move back to pre-pandemic normal, that's a huge sporting event, and I think it's going to build a lot of confidence as we get to, I would say, like college football in the fall, because those stadiums are always packed.
Right. And
is the pioneer in this sports post-pandemic right now. But yeah, huge fight, huge crowd, and it was the largest crowd for a indoor boxing fight in United States history as well. So, and Canelo Alvarez, you can't argue. I think he's probably pound for pound the best fighter right now on the planet. He's one of the best, if Canelo Alvarez. Now, but the boxing fight that maybe got even more attention, if you, again, use social media as the barometer of what people are talking about, it was the Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul pre-fight press conference where Logan Paul's brother Jake Paul grabbed the hat off of Floyd Mayweather. I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was hilarious as he yelled, "Got your hat," and he ran off with Floyd Mayweather's hat. It was ridiculous.
it was kind of funny. Now, our boxing expert around here, Kono, believes this is all hype and BS and doesn't buy Mayweather on this and says he just does this around the big Canelo fights to keep his name in the papers. Do you believe any of that, Mr. Pep?
Listen, yes. Coincidence that Canelo was fighting this weekend and that happened? Probably not. Also, you're just building hype, man. We've seen this for too long for boxing that, if you want to do something dramatic and crazy before the fight, dude, they're all going to make more money, man. Like, the more people that buy this fight, these boxers are making more money. I think it's just a savvy business move to do something wild, do something crazy, jack up how many people are going to be buying, the fight. So I don't know. It's pretty much par for the course, I would say.
I mean, people can, boxing fans can say what they will about the Pauls and their entrance into boxing and all that stuff, but at least with that whole incident, we know Jake Paul, we know Logan Paul, we know Floyd Mayweather. Like, we know Canelo Alvarez. Nobody knows who the hell he fought this weekend.
Yeah.
That's true. Very true.
Exactly. And again, the timing of it. Canelo fought on Saturday, their pre-fight press conference and all the wild shenanigans. Probably not just coincidence there. So talk a little boxing here on a Monday morning. Now we go to the NBA. And dude, guys, it's getting real and it's getting real scary for the Lakers right now. I know they did beat Phoenix last night. It was a significant win for the Lakers. Anthony Davis dropping 42 to beat Phoenix, 123-110. But right now, the Lakers are number 7 in the Western Conference. They would be in the play-in tournament. And guys, in the play-in tournament, the way it stands right now, they would play Golden State and red-hot Steph Curry. That is not a good matchup.
No, I know. We need to know exactly how bad the injury is to LeBron. Maybe LeBron is bored with dominating the league so much that he needed something to make it a little tougher on him.
I think it shows Laker fans that, if you don't have LeBron, you don't have a team. Much like the Heat learned, much like the Cavaliers learned. If you don't have that man, you don't have anything.
I will give it to AD, though. He did go bananas last night for 42 points or whatever. He finally woke up in a way, but I couldn't agree more. No LeBron, no nothing.
And I think that's the problem, guys, is that, and Patrick, you mentioned it, so Anthony Davis went bananas last night, 42 points. Listen, he's a star, and he can carry a team for a while, but the other guys are so Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like Kyle Kuzma, Schroeder, these guys, Andre Drummond, you don't know what you're going to get from them every night. They could have a great night, they could have an awful night, and right now that inconsistency is just killing them, and that's why they're in the play-in tournament as of right now. And guys, this is the last week. The play-in tournament starts May 18th. This is the last week of the regular season. This is it.
Laker fans need to swallow the hard pill of accepting the fact that Kuzma is not a good player. Just because he was better than when you drafted Ball with a bad pick, doesn't mean Kuzma was good.
No, 40 has been right about a lot of things, including LeBron. There's a difference between a star like Anthony Davis and an NBA great and a living legend. There's LeBron, and then there's a star. Totally different things.
Yeah, you're right. Listen, there's not a lot of LeBrons walking around, right? There's not a lot of LeBrons in the NBA or coming through the NBA in future years. He's definitely one of a kind. And the Lakers not only need him, but they need him healthy. And I don't know if that's going to happen in time. Again, with the play-in tournament coming in just about a week. Like, it's here. It's upon us. So we'll see how that plays out for the Lakers. Guys, to Major League Baseball, it's the year of the no-hitter. We've had 4 no-hitters, and here we are. We're not even halfway through the month of May. We have 4 no-hitters. The record, the modern-day record is 7, and the last time that happened, 7 no-hitters in one season was 2012. There was 8 no-hitters if you go all the way back to 1884. I know you guys are big baseball fans from 1884, but yes. Listen, we could break that all-time record. That's how dominant pitchers are right now.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. Even one happened against my Mariners, but it was a very cool story. The pitcher, he lost his father like a year to the day, so it was kind of very cool. When it's a story like that, I love it, and I don't care if it's against my team.
Yeah, and no-hitters always grab the headlines. And what's weird is I always feel like, at least the last several, it's these pitchers we've never heard of. I mean, maybe we've heard of them once or twice, but it's not like Clayton Kershaw or, Max Scherzer. It's not like these big-name pitchers. Like the last couple, I had to look these guys up. I've heard of Wade Miley, but I had to look up some of these guys. Like, who are these guys? But they go out here and they just throw the game of their life. It just takes one game and they got a no-hitter.
Also, one more note, that Mariner game was nearly a perfect game, but I believe there was a dropped third strike, and that's the only reason it wasn't perfect. That damn catcher.
I know. Can you imagine? Like, so close, but how bittersweet. Like, you're like so excited, jumping up and down, screaming, you got a no-hitter, but the flip side, you're like, oh, man, I could have had a perfect game, bro. Thanks. So close.
They were pumped. They were going bananas.
Yes. Freeway Series, the Angels took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers. The Dodgers continuing to slide right now. They've lost 14 of their last 19 games after the great start to the season. So the Angels with a little bit of, I'd say, bragging rights, at least for a little bit, as they beat the Dodgers 2 out of 3.
They need some bragging rights with all that drama with Albert Pujols.
Yeah, and guys, that's a great question, Patrick. Where will he play if he plays again? Everyone thought he might follow Tony La Russa to the White Sox, and Tony La Russa, his former manager in St. Louis, said, sorry, there's no place here for Albert Pujols. So have we seen the last of Pujols? Is that it?
Many people are upset, saying that the Angels didn't treat him right on the way in, and basically it's coming down to he wanted to play every day, and Joe Madden was like, no.
I mean, it's the funnest name to say in baseball. Hopefully we don't lose him.
Pujols, sit down.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's every star athlete has to go through this, whether it's baseball or football, unless you're Tom Brady and you live forever. But everyone else has to, make that decision, or do I still play on a team and ride the bench? Do I want to still feel like I'm a starting lineup, a contributor guy? And Albert Pujols is there, and we'll see if another team picks him up. But as of right now, he's just out there.
Pep, it's something that Forty and I have learned with some of these old codgers around here, it's tough to let go.
Yeah.
It is tough to let go, and he's apparently having a tough time letting go, Pep.
Yeah, it is, man. When you're the man for so long, it's hard, man. How do you turn that off? So we'll see. Albert Pujols is one of the greatest guys in the game, so I'm hoping he maybe finds a home if he wants to continue playing.
You are our man, Pep. Man, tell him how to get your stuff.
It's Inland Sports all over social media. You can check out the Inland Sports YouTube channel as well. Coming up Thursday on KCAL, we'll talk about the NFL schedule. It's coming out on Wednesday night.
We're stoked. Thanks, Pat.